Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sprites of Life podcast. I'm Lucas.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Don.
So glad to have you all guys together again. I'm so happy to have the team. I don't know. I miss talking with Don. I miss having him here. No offense, Chris.
Don, that's okay. I'm no Don.
Don, how you been, man?
Oh, been all right. Just doing some work and stuff. Last couple weeks, I kind of working a lot. I did make a bunch of sausage over the weekend, though. That was fun.
A bunch of okay. Tell them how many pounds of sausage is a bunch of sausage to you.
90
What?
pounds of sausage.
You shared us that picture, and I was just like, why can't I be in Florida just for a day? To have
I'll try to bring someone I visit.
Oh, please do.
Oh, bring some to Dragon Con. I'll cook some up. I made a few different batches. A couple friends did it. I did a jalapeno cheddar that I'm particularly proud of.
Yeah, sweet. I'll bring some buns.
You should just carry it through Dragon Con and hand it out to people who take pictures with you.
Ooh, that's a fun little party favor.
Not gonna lie, like that is not the weirdest thing people have ever handed out at Dragon Con, even under legal pretext. But we'll get to that in a bit. So, boys, I've called you here for a very important matter. I had a revelation that there really are a crap ton of Seel Pokemon, and no one else really talks about how many Seel Pokemon there are.
What constitutes a crap ton to you?
Honestly, I didn't realize that there are more than 3. So you actually look like, oh crap, yeah, there's actually a lot of these tucked away in there. I don't know. Pokemon usually can't get the entirety of an animal group right, but they wrapped every Pinniped. Every one of them is represented in some capacity here, except maybe like one specific Seel. But otherwise, they were able to adapt all these different Pinnipeds, all these different seals and sea lions, and even a walrus in there. And I figured, this feels cute. We can use that to attract people to listen. And I say we go with that.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what move every Seel Pokemon has that can be their move. Like I usually argue for.
Is it dive? Maybe?
I'm sure they all will learn dive, but that's might not be exclusive enough.
Figure it out. I'll go through the science news. You start digging. All right. What have you ever heard of like the carcinization? Like everything turns to crab?
Everything become crab?
Yes. It turns out the internet has discovered that also every mammal become anteater. That's the new thing.
Okay, so we have a future.
So, wow, yeah, that's optimistic. July 16th, in the documentary in Evolution, it's a publication that was put out. There was a group of scientists that kind of went through a study of the fossil record of, and I'm gonna mess this up, Myrmecophagus. I'm gonna put this in the Discord so you guys can read it because I want you to know how hard I'm trying to get this thing right.
Myrmecophagus.
That's closer. I think we're
I would bank on Don.
Okay. So Myrmecophagus is basically a fancy word for saying you specialize in eating ants and termites.
I was gonna say, because Phagus is like eating or eater or whatever.
Phagus is the only word I could pronounce in that, but everything else, it turns out that because ants and termites basically exploded in population after the dinosaurs passed away due to the rise and bloom of different plant life, a lot of animals adapted to eating ants, and they almost all seem to have picked up similar adaptations: the elongated snout, the even longer tongue, claws for breaking into the anthills. This has happened 12 separate times in the past 66 million years. And so we believe it's just because that ants and termites have so much nutrients packed inside of them that they are just too good of a resource not to pass up.
They're also like the largest, insect by biomass, right? Maybe any specific group. So like I would imagine there's also there's gonna be ants and there's gonna be termites almost everywhere. So you'll just have food.
That's the crazy part. Like 66 million years ago, ants and termites made up about 1% of the total insect biomass. Now it's 45% of insect biomass is termites and ants.
Everything became ant.
There's just not everything became ant. There just became more ants. Just more of them because of all the flowering plants. They were able to really capitalize on it and really just go to town. And because of that, all these other animals popped up. Weirdly enough, there is one thing that points out that once you go anteater, it's very hard to go back. Like it's like flight. In that if you learn to fly, your body is so adapted to flight, going back to anything else is very difficult.
Out of curiosity, wait, does this also apply to the crab carcinization? Is it easier to go back to go back from a crab than it is to go back from an anteater?
I don't know. I
Why
would
would you
assume
ever want to?
why would you shun the light of God when it shines upon you? What kind of monster are you? Apparently, one species of shrew used to be into more ants, but then like it evolved itself back to being. Oh, there it was. Blah blah blah. Here it was. Only one mammal group has reversed course from ant-eating: the short-eared elephant shrews, whose ancestral cousins probably munched on ants and termites more than 13 million years ago. There it is.
They broke the cycle.
Yeah, they broke away. It tore their eyes away from what could have been perfection. So they're lost. But yeah, these are things like aardvarks and shrews and pangolins. All these animals develop the same kind of ant-eating diet, which is really cool. It just goes to show you that if something works, evolution will find a way to spread it around. Now, speaking of things that work, let's talk about something that didn't work. When you hear the phrase Pokemon has a special promotion with blank company, what are your first thoughts?
Odds are, if it's with a specific company, it's going to be either GameStop, Best Buy, or McDonald's,
Okay. Well, this.
and
Mhm.
distribution is going to be jacked up.
Yeah, but you're right about the McDonald's. So McDonald's in Japan did a little promotion. They were giving out some very cute little Pokemon cards, and
He's eating a hamburger. Look how cute it is. Have you seen
yeah,
him?
yeah. I'll put them up in the Discord. I love
Yeah.
this. To hear
Look
them
at
being
this.
I
sold
actually
on like.
haven't seen the card. Oh, I
Look
love
at
it.
him. Look at him.
That's American Pikachu right there,
But only in Japan. Well, and
but only in
here,
Japan.
wait, hold on. Here's some of the other ones that came with the this. Well, the other ones don't really have any burgers in them. They're just got the McDonald's stamp. But the
Mm,
Pikachu one is the best one.
okay, yeah. The other ones are like
The other
they're
ones
fine.
are basically just your normal reprints. The Pikachu one's the cool one.
Yeah. So anyway, the Happy Meals that were supposed to have the Pokemon in it were supposed to go from August 9th through the 11th, but it ended within hours because the scalpers flooded the location, bought food with all the cards in it, and threw away, and I quote, thousands of pounds of uneaten food.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
It's
trying to
pretty
find
ridiculous.
That's the
where is
part
it?
that makes me the most mad. Like, don't get me started on like, the cards and all that kind of stuff. It's a problem everywhere that needs to be worked out. But like that's so much wasted food.
Drag
Trying
them
to
back and make them eat the food now, or
Oh
like
God,
the
here I
previous food
found it.
they left.
So this is I found a picture of the food that they left behind. This is what I have to go back to that corner and eat your food.
That's so wasteful. Oh my god.
Look, they're just don't believe them. They do have homeless people in Japan. You could have easily taken that to like a homeless shelter and been a freaking hero.
Yeah.
You could have helped people. You could have taken to a local anything. There are people there who are willing to help. So this is like an extra level of disgusting because at least when they raided the Van Gogh Museum, they only made children cry for not having cards. They didn't literally waste food. Waste food on an island that is dependent on other countries to bring them the resources to make the food. Infuriating.
The thing that really confused me, so like if they were to do like a Pokemon crossover at McDonald's and it was something that I really wanted, now I am wise to the fact that a Happy Meal is actually just an appropriate amount of food for a human and I would just eat the food. But if I wasn't feeling a Happy Meal, I could just go up and buy the toy and pay like $2 to $3, and they would just give me the toy. And if that not an option here that also could have helped like stem some of this.
They said that they are going to work to stop the scalping for next time. Well, they're going to try and do the promotion again. Hang on, let me see if I can find the actual note. McDonald's had to actually put out a note and being like, "We're sorry, we didn't realize how bad this would get." Here's the part that I think is the dumbest thing ever. So they plan on limiting stricter purchase limits, but they're also saying that they're working with third-party sites to stop scalpers. Which, anyone think that'll actually work?
Look, if McDonald's can get it done.
Like, apparently there are flea market app operators, and they're like, McDonald's is gonna lean on them to don't do it. I mean, look, these cards are already selling for $27 a pop, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realize how many cards these scalpers have collected. If you sell like 10 of these in a day, then you've already made more money than you would have done working like most jobs like regularly.
Well, not to like make it about money, but like let's just look at the quote unquote profit margin. So let's say how much does a Happy Meal cost nowadays?
Depends. In
Much.
Japan, yeah, in Japan, I think it was about. I mean, I could look it up, but I'm gonna guess like 300-400 yen.
So yeah, so does that equal like $3.50 ish?
Probably a little less actually. The yen's down.
Okay. So let's just say $3. $3 for the Happy Meal. So if you get if you're getting this for $3 and selling it for $30, that's $27 that you've earned right there. So it doesn't take a lot of them to really like add up to a significant amount of money. So like
Yeah, here it is. I found it. 490 to 600 yen. So
okay.
yeah, no, it's about $4.
So yeah, so either way, you're probably looking at like at the most conservative estimation, a $25 profit margin. Which for cards that are especially like of this kind, that's a pretty hefty like markup. So like I get why people are doing it, but I still think it's stupid and I think it's wasteful.
Well, I mean, this is going to keep happening. I fear for like the Field Museum out in Chicago that's gonna have to deal with this in like May.
They just don't have any exclusive stuff there. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, don't like, and you know they're going to because they know they're gonna make money.
Well, I
That's
think,
all it.
but so the thing that like you have like things that the like the Pokemon Center pop-ups at like NAIC or Worlds and all that, and everything there is limited on the amount, or not everything. I shouldn't say everything, but like by and large, a lot of the stuff is limited for how many you can buy per purchase. Like, I think at NAIC there were limits on some of the exclusive plushes that you could buy. Definitely on the cards.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm hoping that they do the same whenever they do these other ones. But anytime like Pokemon says we're doing a giveaway with this company, I'm like, I'm staying away. Screw that.
yeah. Yeah, and you got to
Oh
be quick
well.
on the Pokemon Center ones. I generally get the Pokemon Center ones pretty easily, but you got to be quick.
One day I'm gonna get that Trapage stapler.
Well,
You
you
better
guys
believe.
saw my my great big Pokemon acquisition that I got accidentally, basically.
Oh yeah, no,
My
you
giant
just
Teddy
grabbed
Ursa.
it. You just grab that big. You just randomly walk in the store like, oh sweet, exclusive Pokemon merch. Yoink.
Yeah, I was just walking around the store that does like they restock weekly with I guess like overflow inventory or things that were, returned or whatever through like Amazon, Target, and some other stuff, and it's a flat rate. And I got like the 20-inch, I think, or whatever. It's really big. I recognized it like because it's just piles of random things. So people are filtering through it, looking for stuff, and normally more name brand stuff goes quicker, but maybe they didn't recognize it was a Pokemon. But yeah, I got like the giant Teddy Ursa Bushmallow thing that I'll probably end up giving as a gift. But got it for it's giant too. It's I was kind of excited. I was really excited when I found it.
How big was it? What's
It's got to be at least 20 inches. It's like the biggest one.
I think the biggest one they made was was it 20 or 24? Yeah, I think.
This might be 24 actually. This is definitely more than 20 inches tall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I think I actually bought that one for my daughter. She has yet to
The
receive it
Teddy,
yet. She doesn't know, but I definitely paid normal price for it. So you did good.
Ah, all right. So let's talk about seals, sea lions, and walruses. Admittedly, these are some of the few animals, like aquatic animals, I've never gotten a chance to work with. Don, unfortunately, you have the most experience with them, and they're not very nice to you, are they?
I I think I really like. So I actually really like seals. I think they're adorable. I had some less fun encounters with sea lions while diving on the West Coast. I think they're all really cool. While diving, I get it. You're in their house and you're kind of competing with them for fish. I've had them get a little antsy, I guess you could say, and they're all huge. Like pretty much every pinniped is kind of, at least the ones you encounter where we are, they're pretty big. Even like a sea lion, which people don't always consider to be that large, is in excess of several hundred pounds, a male. You're basically dealing with a black bear that just wants to come hang out with you, but also it can fly around since you're in a three-dimensional environment.
That's a really good example of them, actually. So, as you said, all of them are part of the pinniped group. So, pinnipeds, it translates to flippered foot. There are 34 species of pinnipeds alive today, all descending from a single ancestor about 50 million years ago. And also, as you said, they're related to bears, which does explain a lot. Not only their mainly carnivorous diet, but also their playfulness and their pretty amazing senses. Dolphins get a lot of hype for what they can do in the water, but like if you just watch a sea lion rip through the ocean, like it's no joke what they can do. Like they are so nimble. These animals live in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, but they mainly stay away from like the equator line. Like you'll get some that live all throughout like near the south of Brazil and all over Argentina and Chile, and you'll get them all along the west coast, but you're not going to get them down in Florida, well, anymore. And you'll also won't get them around
RIP to the Caribbean crab eater seal.
and the Caribbean monk seal and all of them.
And that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, not the crab eater, the monk seal.
Yeah. Yeah, there used to be in this area, but like mainly they're in colder water climates, which makes sense given what they are built with. So all pinnipeds have some of two things in common. So they all have those flippered feet. They have that spindly shaped body, very large eyes, very well developed whiskers, modified canines and molars, and fur covering a layer of skin and blubber. If you've never gotten a chance to pet a seal or sea lion, it is surprisingly like you assume it's like a dive suit because it looks so sheen, but like no, there's actual fur when you pet them. It's just so padded down. All
It's
pinnipeds.
very dense.
Oh yeah, it's got to be. They're in freezing water. All pinnipeds are carnivores. They use their powerful senses to track down prey. They have excellent eyesight underwater, really sensitive whiskers for kind of feeling things around underwater, and their hearing is adapted to both air and water. Now, as far as what they're eating, you kind of mentioned it earlier, and I kind of want to put a picture of it so Chris can see it. Chris, have you ever heard of a crab eater seal?
No.
Well, here are its
like
teeth. Enjoy that.
That's what I would expect for something eating a crab.
That's not for crabs. They will eat crabs, but their teeth are also modified so that way when they're closed, they're for filter feeding krill.
Mm.
And they can just take big chomps of mud.
Why are
You get
people?
the crab.
Why like people are obsessed with shark teeth, and I get it because they're like abundantly found, but like those teeth are way cooler.
Seal teeth
Yeah.
are by far the most nightmare inducing if you know what you're dealing with. Like again, it's a bear that can swim really, really good. The crab eater seal just has some of the most unique dentition of any of the animals in that grouping. Oh, hang on. I found a close up of a leopard seal's teeth. Hang on. Let me see if I can grab that picture. That's cool. Yeah, so here's the leopard seal's teeth.
I was gonna reference leopard seals in a minute too. I had pictures queued up and ready too.
Yeah, go cue them up. I want to see them. Like their teeth are crazy.
Well, and they have their giant dinosaur head.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that monster. Pokemon has never quite gotten their pure terror of what it's like to see one of these things in the wild. Now, these animals, when I say they're carnivorous, they will attack basically anything as long as it's made of meat and they can take it down. So, walruses have really powerful teeth so they can crack open crabs as well as clams. The crab eater seal does eat crab, but also eats krill. Sea lions will even hunt in groups. They'll coordinate and go with schools of fish. And the leopard seal is a menace to penguin society.
So one, I would really like a more aggressive leopard seal themed Pokemon because they are kind of nuts. So they can open their jaws 180 degrees. Or sorry, not 180, 160 degrees.
Oh, okay,
That's
good.
what I meant.
Oh, that extra 20% that really settled it.
So they, they're known for eating penguins, but they also prey on other seals, and they do have at least one confirmed human fatality.
Was this one of those ones where like they just grabbed a human, or with the human poking it?
No, no, there was a researcher in Antarctica. They were snorkeling along a ice shelf to check like some sensors, and I grabbed her and pulled her down to like 250 feet very quickly, and then later they found her in its mouth.
Oh, that's sad and terrifying. Yeah,
Yeah, which I think that's how they attack other seals is they grab them and drag them down. So I would imagine it was a sort of mistaken identity. But I guess they've made other there's been a few other leopard seal like incidences with humans, but I think that's the only like fatality level predation.
yeah, not great. But humans have been enamored with these animals for thousands of years. The Inuit tribes of the Canadian wilderness in Alaska, they have mythology around these creatures. Homer's Odyssey depicts seals and sea lions in myth. Apparently, the first people to house them in human care were the ancient Romans, and
Yeah,
On
it makes sense,
they were a
right?
little crazy.
I mean, when you have that much money and power, you're going to go crazy. And then they started a long tradition of us having them together in human care. There were even ancient papers written about how these animals were easily trained. So people knew back then that seals and sea lions were smart enough to work with. I want to read this section to you from like a military article that occurred. Okay. This is from the military training sea lions during the Gulf War. Sea lions will go looking for threatening swimmers, divers, or small outboard powered inflatable boats. This is because they had like issues in the Gulf War where people were like pushing boats towards like military vessels and them just blowing up with nothing inside of them, just like little floating bombs. Anyway, it says if they find one, a swimmer, the sea lion will come to the surface and raise the alarm. Frey said. The handlers can then give the sea lions a clamp attached to a line that the animal can fix to the suspect's leg, marking him with a surface buoy and letting troopers on the surface haul him out like a fish. That's so cool. Like imagine you're just some diver in the water trying to complete a mission. Something grabs your leg, lets go, and you just get yoinked out of the ocean. Just nuts.
That's a nightmare.
That's not great. I mean, that was why we still use sea lions in the military. We had to stop. We do use some dolphins in the military, but because the sea lions are one, more flexible, it can get through tight spaces, and two, less likely to run away but just off a whim. Sea lions are much more easily trained than something like a dolphin.
and they seem more like portable because they can just jump up on your boat and sort of hang out. Move them.
Yeah, it's weird. Like because they learn a lot of complex behaviors anyway, and they can form bonds with humans, like they just became one of those animals that was very easy to train. There's even been discussions about how they could be domesticated by people over time, which would have been pretty cool. On the other hand, we have been hunting them since the Stone Age. We still harvest them as humans today for their skins and their fur. Um, as you mentioned, Don, the Caribbean monk seal used to live in the Gulf of Mexico. Christopher Columbus's crew started the hunting, and they went extinct by 1996. That was when they officially confirmed it. Japan.
96. That seems
That
extremely
was when
late.
they. That's when they officially gave up.
Wow, that's a really long time of
Yeah,
not
like
having.
apparently the first one was like they gave up after that one, but I think like the last picture they found was like in the 50s or 40s or something along that line. The Japanese sea lion was also declared extinct in 1974 just because of people over harvesting them. Now today, the biggest issues with them are the same, affecting every ocean animal: climate change, a rise in ocean acidification, messing with their food, global pollution. The hunting is tricky because there are a lot of Inuit tribes and other indigenous people that hunt them. And so that's a whole debate about what's out there. Are we upset because they're hunting something cute? Are we upset because they're over hunting? That's a whole other can of fish I don't want to deal with. All I know is baby seal hunting looks horrifying. I want no part in it. But seals and sea lions, walruses, they've all been a huge part of a lot of different cultures. And Pokemon sees that. That's what we're going to talk about them. First up, we got to talk about Seel. 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 Thoughts right off the bat with Seel.
He got a little
mean,
horn.
I mean,
but
you
well
do have a
said,
little.
Chris.
Yeah, here you go. He got a little horn. Well said. Yes, good. Yes, good guess. Anything
Did you
else?
know? Did you know that when it snows, his eyes become wide?
Baby, I compare you to a
Thank you.
kiss from.
Okay, there we go.
Had to do a big breath there for that one. Yeah. Honestly, they did a pretty good job anatomically speaking. Like this thing looks like a goober on land when it flops around. And they even said that in the lore that it can't really like do well on land. It prefers being in the water. I mean, the teeth are cool. The horn is weird, but like real life seals do have white fur when they're little. Again, this is a starting evolutionary phase, so it makes sense that it would still have the white body. Harp seals are the ones that are famous for having the white body and allows them to blend into the ice. It'll eventually molt off over time as they get grown. But with seal, a lot right. It sleeps underwater. Check. They live on the ice. Check. They have thick fat. Actually, no, that's it. That's the thing that makes all the seal Pokemon the same. It's not in a move, it's an ability. Everything with thick fat is a seal.
Well, Primarina does not have thick fat.
We'll work on that. It said a
Well,
seal,
just
not a
because
sea lion.
it doesn't have it doesn't mean it's not. But if you
It is
have
the
it,
most tropical. It is the only one too that's not a. It's based off like the Hawaiian seal.
does that mean that Snorlax is?
Snorlax is a seal, yes.
Snorlax is
Swine
a
is a
seal.
seal.
Grumpig is a seal.
Swine is a
Um,
seal.
Mega Venusaur, believe it or not, also seal.
Is Appleton? Appleton has thick fat.
Appleton is
Also
a
a seal.
seal. If anyone gets upset, it's like, oh, no. Popplio line is a sea lion. We're checking for seals.
Perugly is a seal.
Ferugly's a seal. Trying to think if there's any other
Azumarill,
ones.
Miltank,
All seals, yes.
as is Raticate.
Raticate.
I told you they were all seals. All of them. There's too
So
many seals.
Tepig and Pignite are seals, but Imbor is no longer a seal.
See, he evolved out of it. He
Yeah.
reversed himself.
And Venusaur is a seal.
Mega
Yeah, just
Venusaur
normal-
is a seal.
Mega
Normal
Venusaur,
Venusaur
yeah.
is not.
Yeah, Mega Venusaur is a seal.
Okay, back on track. They can punch through ice, which I thought was really cool. That seals, again, back to the teeth. They can literally chew a hole through the ice to get some air, which is horrifying to me. Like, imagine chewing ice cubes, but it's the Arctic and your life. The only thing they got wrong was the evolution. I hate Dugong as a design and a concept. I hate it.
Do you appreciate the pun?
What? That it's not a sea, that it's a terrible name and they got rid of its flippers? No. What?
No,
pun?
do
You
like
appreciate
water.
its ridiculous move pool?
How ridiculous? What? Aquajet and Safeguard? What ridiculous?
I mean, Encore, Perish Song, Fake Out, Drill Run obviously gets Drill Run and Horn Drill.
I was gonna say,
Um,
why does it learn fake
It's
out?
knock off. Curse.
Does it learn all the slapping moves?
No. It learns Lick. It learns Belch. It learns Disable. It gets Encore Disable.
That's oh, that could be broken in the wrong. It's too bad it's got 70 speed, but like,
Dugong, it's actually also gets Perish Song Flip Turn. Dugong has done in certain formats. Dugong has been like relevant on weird teams because
it
Perish
is
Song.
called. It's the sea lion Pokemon, so now I'm extra mad. Like that is not a sea lion. Do better. But no, you're right. It's absolutely stupid how crazy it is.
Oh, and it
All
gets
right.
Smart Strike.
Oh wait, Smart Strike Horn Drill?
Yeah, it gets them both.
Oh, that's not good.
No, Smart Strike's not the accuracy. It's just a 70
Oh.
power steel move.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought you said lock on. For a second, like, oh no.
No, it gets 2-1 hit KO moves.
All right, sheer cold and yeah. All right. I mean, admittedly, the move pool saves it, but I hate its design. I'm not talking about it. It's not a seal. Moving on. We're gonna move on to peak design, which is Seel. Seel is the best Pokemon design in Generation 3.
Round boy.
Yeah, this is coming from a man who's like, I will stand by Generation 3. It's the best generation to the day I die. Seel might be the best design of Generation 3. He's a good boy. He's just so
Seel,
round.
I have come to appreciate Seel in my wiser years.
Wait, as a youth, you did not care for this creature?
As a youth, did not play Generation 3.
Ah, I
Wait a
see.
minute. I found the commonality move that's kind of uncommon. All three of the SEAL teams get encore because they
Oh god,
clap.
is Jigglypuff
Mm,
is Jigglypuff a seal?
I mean, a lot of things get encore, but it's kind of a move that's normally distributed to tricky little guys.
yeah.
But also these guys.
So I'm looking at Seel, and everything about it is all about how it just loves to tuck itself into a ball and roll away. And it makes sense. Apparently, it says it's very bad at walking, and that makes sense when its speed is 25.
And when it's
Why?
shaped like that.
Yeah. Why do
Yeah,
you need
no,
to walk though when you can roll? Rolling
yeah.
is the superior method of travel.
So it does mention in the dex that it has both fur and blubber to keep itself safe and insulated. Seal blubber is pretty tough. 20 to 50% of their body weight can be blubber based on the time of year. Like it's just fat, and it helps keep them insulated. Speaking of the clapping, Seel apparently claps when it's eating to be happy. When seals clap in real life, when any pinniped does, it's just part of their communication tools. So slapping their bellies, they're growling, hissing, chattering their teeth. They'll also throw up visual displays. These are highly social creatures. They
You get
communicate.
belly drum too, actually. Very on theme.
There you go. Makes sense. Honestly, now that's a threat display. Belly drum is a threat more than anything else. Usually it is a sign of aggression. So yeah, belly drum makes sense that you would get that. Like I'm warning you. Also, did I read this right? Speel's baby move is fissure. It's egg move.
I think it's like a level 1 relearn move. Which gen are you on?
I'm on generation 9.
Okay, yeah, it's an egg move. Yes, Feel has fissure as an egg move.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah, Walrein
punch.
gets fit. Yeah, they really love the Game Freak really has like a we like to give water ice types multiple one-hit KO moves. Because you've got
Yeah.
Walrein gets sheer cold and fissure, Dugong gets sheer cold and horn drill, and Lapras gets to click all three.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's a lot. So when Steel evolves, it turns into Sealeo, which I think Sealeo is honestly like next to Dugong, it's probably one of the most like honest representations of an animal, like a real
I
life
thought you said
animal.
you hated Dugong.
No. Like not like Dugong, like Seel, like Seal. Blech. Seal.
Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, okay.
Not Dugong. Seal. With Seel, very authentic design to what the animal should be. Sealeo is very much the same in that it just looks like a really big seal. How much do you think it weighs?
Its
Walrein or Seel?
Pokemon,
Oh, Sealeo.
Oh,
its
Celia.
Pokemon are probably like way less than it should.
Oh, yes, but I want you to guess the exact number.
I would say 150.
150? Okay, Chris, what do you got?
151.
Chris, you're closest without going.
Uh,
193.1 pounds. That's it.
So
I'm heavier than this thing.
less than me.
Yeah, it's not great with size wise, but like it does apparently. So Spheel is 87 pounds. So Spheel is too big, and like Sealeo isn't big enough.
And
What I
how
thought
big
was,
does Walrein get?
we'll get to
Probably
that.
not big enough.
We'll get to that. Um, how these animals can bulk up so quickly is due to their milk. Of all the animals in the animal kingdom, I believe it's seals that have the thickest, densest milk in the animal kingdom. The
Either
hooded
them
seals
or
milk.
whales, maybe.
I checked. Apparently, it's seals because for nursing with whales, they have to do it for like a few weeks, I believe.
You're
The
right, and they
hooded,
really like to pack it on quick as seals because they have to get back to the water for feeding and
yeah,
whatnot. They can't do both.
the hooded seal, it's 60% fat. The babies only have to nurse for I think like 3 or 4 days, and then they're good. They have all the fat they have from their mother's milk. It's quick, it's simple, get in, get out. They do talk a lot. Like literally, this Pokemon is called like the ball. What is it? And not the clap Pokemon. That's the Sealeo. The ball roll Pokemon. Like a huge part of this Pokemon's personality is spinning things on its nose. So it'll grab
They
the
even said that it
scales.
spins spheals on its nose. Yeah.
Yeah, just that's what it does for fun. And that's just because that was one of the early tricks we would teach sea lions to do. It's an artificial behavior. It's not actually seen in the wild. Although I have seen, I mean, they're an unrelated species. I've seen river otters play with shells and stuff. If you gave a sea lion a ball, it would probably mess around with it and poke it around it to see what it was. Like it's not like it would be like running away from it. But Sealeo does like to jab its nose and whiskers at stuff to remember what it is. And that's one of the reasons why seals and sea lions are so well trained to have such a long memory. You can teach them how to do all kinds of different things in order to get them to like things around. And with seals, I mean, they're not the best out of land, but in the water, again, they can just kind of do what they want. Now, to Walrein. Now, you said that Walrein weighs too little, and you are correct. How much does Walrein weigh?
It's like 350, right?
Ah, you went over this time. Chris, what do you think?
Over. So 350 is over. Let's say 320.
332.
I was expecting 349.
No,
Chris.
no, I'm not that mean. No, Walrein is these. It's only 1.4 meters tall. It's also tiny. The smallest walrus I've ever seen.
They're beefy boys.
Oh god, yeah, a real walrus can weigh well over a ton. They do have the excellent tusks. Walrein has the tusks, and they use them exactly what you'd expect. They use them to smash through the ice. They also mentioned that Walrein has blubber to defend itself. Apparently, walrus blubber specifically can be up to 6 inches thick. So even if you're a polar bear biting onto this thing, you're going to have to bite real hard and hope you don't get stabbed in the face with the teeth. Like, they're not easy to take down. Like, the fact that
Yeah, I've
Inuit
seen quite
people,
a few videos where they sort of just drag the polar bear.
yeah, it's just like, get off me. Go away. And do they just get in the water and they're a much better swimmer? They can just drag the polar bear around and it's not going to be able to deal with it.
It says that its tusks can shatter blocks of ice weighing 10 tons in one blow. How big of ice block is 10 tons?
How deep? It depends. How big of a chunk? Like, again, ice can take many shapes. Don't know. If it's 10 tons, but it's really thin and widely spread out, we might have a go at it. But if it's just like a boulder of ice, yeah, no, these animals don't break through it that way. It's going to be very similar to how the other seals would do it, just trying to break through to
Well, it
like get
probably
some
used
air.
belly drum first.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. He uses belly. That's how he breaks through. Yeah, it's fine. He just threateningly belly drums, half his HP gone, worth it to crack the ice. No, Don solved it. He's got this.
Walrein also is another example of humans using Pokemon byproducts. Is that the word?
Yeah, what did they use them for this time? Their teeth?
We do not know. It just says the Hisui region uses their tusks.
I mean, if they're gonna fall off,
But
if
there's
they pass
specifically
away,
tusks that break off.
It,
So
it's,
they're,
it's I was wrong. It specifically says broken tusks.
okay, so they're smart enough not to break one off themselves. Noted. Yeah, and that makes sense. If you go and look up Inuit artwork, walrus carving is a thing in some cultures. Yeah, there's some beautiful Inuit scrimshaw work that has been done by the native tribes that have actually gotten the chance to work with the material. Again, you can't just like go out hunting walruses. That's wrong. But like the indigenous tribes, they use every bit of it. It's beautiful. Like the work they did with this thing. Fun fact about walruses, because the Europeans didn't know what they were dealing with when they found the skulls, they had originally thought that a walrus skull was that of a cyclops.
they were really big on wanting to find cyclopses. So that was a similar thing with
Yeah.
elephant skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was just very keen on like, I want to find some sort of freak monster and show it off. And like, you know what? Fair, but okay, so if you look at a skull of a walrus, they thought that the nostrils or the eye would be. And then they would have they just thought they were missing the lower jaw of some kind. And they would just
I
think,
mean,
ah,
I'm
yes.
not gonna fault them for thinking that based off of that skull.
Yeah, it's like a hippo skull. You don't realize like what it looks like without the skin on it. It makes some sense. But yeah, real walruses do use their tusk. Not just for ice smashing. They use it for defense, getting girls. Apparently, they also hunt and eat Arctic seals along with the crustaceans they're going after. There is one bit I need to correct. Walrein hangs out in groups. Like they even say that Walrein hangs out in groups of small of 20 to 30, and an actual like herd of walruses can be over 10,000 strong. So
That's an
they're
army. That's not a herd.
yeah, they're just all hanging out together for protection and because the food is all in the same place. It's amazing what they can do
Just
together.
hanging out, just you and your closest 10,000 friends.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, they do get into scuffles over females. I believe walruses are part of the seals that'll have a harem, like an elephant seal would. But yeah, you don't want to go messing with the big male. He will not like it, and you will be stabbed in the face. Last group of seals, the sea lion Pokemon, the real sea lion Pokemon, Dugong, Jerk, Popplio line. Does anyone remember the hate for Popplio when it first came out?
I do, and I never got it because I genuinely think Popplio through Primarina is one of the best starter of like lines.
I
I think
think it was a combination of the initial clown part and people's dislike of clowns.
No one hated
But
Blacephalon though.
yeah,
yeah,
because
because
it's
it's
a clown that
intentionally creepy.
and it blew up, so you could get rid of it quickly. There was the Popplio hate group, and then the much more passionate anti-Popplio hate groups at the time who would pop out and we love Popplio, he's our boy, he's doing his best.
He was
We
trying
know
to
that
save us from Incineroar.
he tried, he did his best. God bless you, you beautiful soldier. So sea lions, the big difference between them and seals, not only do they have exposed ears and seals don't, but they can actually rotate their pelvis in such a way that they can walk on land a lot more efficiently than a seal can. That's why you'll see them a lot of times on docks and on harbors and trained a lot more with people because you can actually put them on land and they can still slide around and be effective. If anything, it's an upgrade as far as I'm concerned. They did get that Popplio can swim over 25 miles an hour and that it really liked blowing bubbles. And that is 100% correct for Seattle. Is this the most accurate group of animals aside from weight? Because like normally I'm all
It's
about
pretty good.
like I normally they get like everything wrong, but like they're only getting like little nitty gritty details. Like, no, sea lions do play with bubbles. Like they release them sometimes for buoyancy or communication, but they've also been seen releasing bubbles and using them for play. Now, are they trapping rowlets inside of them and freaking them out? No, but it's still cool that they put that in. Brionne, no one really thinks about this Pokemon. It's like one of those middle evolutions no one cares about. I love that they make it hard working to please its trainer because that is exactly what sea lions will do. Sea lions are one of the few animals that have actually been trained and we now know can keep rhythm, just like a human can. Like if you play them a song, they're able to keep up with the rhythm, and we didn't think that any other animal could do that. So I don't know what song you're playing. Okay, you are playing "Kissed by a Rose," but like, what else after that do you play for a seal?
Gotta make him do a line dance. That's the whole reason you have rhythm.
So Cotton Eye Joe, got
Do
it.
the wobble.
I think SeaWorld has done routines with their sea lions doing the wobble, so that makes sense. It's very easy to train them to do stuff. I can't stress this enough. If you know what you're doing and know how animal training works, it's never truly easy, but like compared to other animals, like sea lions will get the job done. But now we get to Primarina. Her singing. Okay, Chris, this is much more your alley than mine. What do you know of the siren's call in Greek mythology?
It would attract sailors to crash on like rocky shores, and then they would eat them.
Fantastic. That's all I needed. Turns out it was seals.
Oh,
Yeah, just
yeah,
seals.
yeah.
Yeah.
You mean in real life?
Yeah, no, it turns out there weren't evil women. They were just seals screaming at the rocks. Although, I mean, is Primarina like I've seen Primarina used in battle. Is she like
So
a weird
Primarina is quite good. Of the three Steel teams, Primarina's got quite a few results. We're currently back. Well, post Worlds will be back on Regulation H, where Primarina had quite a few very, very good results, particularly on this one European balance team. That is, in my opinion, rather boring. But Water Fairy is an excellent typing. I'm pulling up Primarina. We'll see how it's so Primarina has 7 regional top eights for Scarlet and Violet Regulation H. It's won $26,000.
A decent Honda with that.
Yeah, excellent typing. Very popular on some even like well, looking back at some of the other stuff. Yeah, very, very popular on a team with there's like a lot of variants, but typically it's like Primarina, Rillaboom, Sneasler, Fire type, other thing, or like a Golden Go, Ninetales, or Electabuzz, or Dragapult. If you look at it was really big in Europe. If you look at particularly from the Stuttgart regionals, yeah, this is why I joke about the Europeans. I'm gonna post something. You'll see what I mean about the Primarina results.
Gotcha. Now, I will say with Primarina, I mean, sea lions are barking at holy Toledo.
Yeah, Primarina, Rillaboom, Fire type thing, Sneasler is really good. But yeah, you've got Hyper Voice is cool with the liquid voice ability. They really go into the singing siren kind of thing there, where the all sound moves become water type.
Yeah, liquid voice is a pretty cool ability, actually.
I don't know if liquid voice boosts it. I don't think it's like the 8 abilities. I think it just makes it water type.
So it would, but
Yeah,
yeah,
really, both of the two of the starters got excellent abilities from Alola, and then poor Decidueye got like long stick poke ability.
Still, they do bark, they do cry, they do scream. Seals and sea lions make quite a bit of noise. So it makes sense that they would turn this into like the songstress, the prima donna, if you would, of the group. And I think that, again, of all the groups of animals, for them to get like 100% right, it's weird that it's seals. You would assume it would be something like the dogs or the cats, but like, no, the seal and sea lion line is near perfect.
True Pinniped enthusiast at Game Freak.
so it's like the right amount where you can get them right, but like dogs, cats, you got to start taking some liberties at some point. I
Yeah,
guarantee
I
you,
mean,
the more seals we add, the further away from God we will stray.
hang on now. I mean, according to some rumors, we might be going to a place with a high seal population. So you
If
don't
we don't
know.
get a regional Primarina, regional Primarina that is a siren, make water dark
Yeah.
prim that just wants to watch the world burn.
Okay, watch it look exactly the same, but it's water dark, and then it just its songs are just worse. Like it's just exactly the same. Like it just changes its tempo. Like fine, that we'll do that.
Now it only
Oh,
sings
no.
in min minor.
Okay, but like every true Pinniped fan knows that the next seal needs to be a leopard seal.
I would like a leopard seal.
Oh no, instead of like having it evolve or whatever, it's literally just like it's the mystic legendary in the game.
I think a fast, yeah, that would be fun. I think in my mind, maybe a little faster than the other ones, and with like strong jaw as an ability would be cool.
Yeah, or like anything sound related because they do have that power to like make very loud clicking sounds that can like make you deaf underwater.
Yeah, we just got the sound one. I would like a physical seal. Every seal has been kind of a special attacker.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So just like
Well,
what water
Walrein's
dark.
actually, I think, has like neutral stats. I don't know what Walrein does.
Yeah, Walrein sits there and hang on. Yeah, no, Walrein's like 80, 90, 95, 90. For like attack to special defense. Its HP is
Yeah,
110.
very bulky.
It sits there. Yeah, it sits there and soaks damage, and then hopefully the sheer cold hits. That's the plan. But I mean, they did such a good job. I really hope we do get a leopard seal at some point, just out of the blue. Even if it's a regional variant, like instead of turning into a Walrein, Sealeo just turns like full on psychopath. I mean, I'd take that.
Uh, that'd be fun.
Still, yeah. Either way, I'm really happy with this. I'm excited, and I'm really hopeful that the people listening have gotten to learn a little bit more about seals and appreciation for not just how cute they are, but how absolutely horrifying these creatures can be. If you see one, leave it alone. It's not your friend. It's a bear that can swim. We are going to Dragon Con. Hooray! We're doing a Pokemon panel, me and Don together. We're going to be doing that, and that is going to be on Saturday, I believe, as long as the schedule stays the same from now and then. So if you are in Dragon Con on Saturday, come find us. We'll be the We'll be the Science of Pokemon panel. We'll be really excited to have you guys there. They put me on one or two other ones, and if you want to go watch those, you can. But I really would love to see you guys at the panel. We have a lot of fun. We have some giveaways we're going to do on that one. I can't wait to see you. I love hanging out with my buddy Don. And if you see a Magikarp in an orange suit, that's me. Also, come say hi. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, everybody.